Well, hello guys, welcome to The Corner, where we talk about anime, manga, and everything in between. Today we are talking about theories and predictions when it comes down to it. This is going to be the theories and predictions of FairyTail after 516 and seeing what will become of them as time goes on. And for a slight review on what I'm talking about, in 516 we have Wendy, who's been taken over by Elaine, Urza's mother and dragon of all, Dragon Queen, the Queen of Dragons. She is an enchantress of high ability and power. She tried to enchant herself into her child, who was Urza, but failed to do so because Urza's magic wasn't the same as hers. So, which at least that's what I feel is the case in the end. The theory that I have for this is that Elaine can't use the ability to transfer herself into somebody else without them having like magical abilities and talent, pretty much, which she finds in Wendy and transfers himself into Wendy. And she says something about it at I found the perfect vessel now, since you were a failure as a child, pretty much type of situation, and turns herself into Wendy. Making her human again, and that's the reason why she went insane in the first place, because of her humanity. But what's going to happen to Wendy at this point in time? Well, we're obviously going to see a lot of Elaine's ability come through Wendy at this point in time with her current magical ability, because Elaine even said that that's just a little bit less than what I had before, but I can work with it. Meaning that Wendy is actually a lot more stronger than we had originally thought in the first place. Wendy being able to use more magical abilities and more potential magic than we had originally thought. This being the case, Urza is not going to fight Wendy. We already know this. Urza can't fight her own guild. She can't fight her own family. She's not going to do it. And which puts into perspective that this is going to be a one-sided fight with Wendy and Urza. Wendy taking Urza, beating her up and stuff like that. Urza just trying to defend herself and just trying to snap Wendy out of it and get Elaine out of it. Which the prediction I'm going to give right here is either Wendy takes control over her body once again, forcing Elaine out, or she takes control of her body once again, just telling her to take me out so we can get rid of Elaine. It's okay, I'm ready to go. Situation and coming a sad moment in time. But we have seen one death already in this anime, manga, sorry. And it was the guild leader for this segment. So it begs the question on if we're going to see more death than just that, because we are in the process of Natsu's death as well. We'll get to that here in a second. Wendy could switch so to the point where Urza regrettably kills Wendy to get rid of Elaine, and this could cause a big dramatic instant in that case. Knowing that all Dragon Slayers are literally hundreds of years old at this point, transported from the past to the present, shows that they are actually older than everybody else who found them in the first place. If Wendy chooses to let herself die, she's lived hundreds of years in the first place without no knowledge of it. She was just recorded quicker into the future, which kind of brings to the point that they can do a lot of things with Wendy while Elaine's in her body, just because of the fact of knowing that Wendy is over 600 years old in the first place. Yeah, lowly type of time, guys, lowly time. Anyways, the aspect in general that, why do I keep saying aspect? Just something comes out. It doesn't matter. Anyways, the whole thing that's pretty much coming down to this prediction is Wendy snapping and taking back control of the body, and Urza having to do something regrettable to save Wendy or to take out Elaine. And it could push to the point where Wendy gets saved in some external type of situation that has nothing to do with Urza, because they have been doing a lot of twist type situations, even though a lot of the things that once I read back on kind of bringing it up to that point where you could predict it, but you're not going to predict it because it's not something that they want you to be able to predict. So I can predict FairyTail all I want, but it's not probably going to be 100% true. So I'm going to think about outside the box real quick. So thinking outside the box. 517. Instead of continuing on Urza's battle with Wendy, we get to continue on with Natsu's death. Let's do it that way. And if we continue on with Natsu's death and make it a big thing about the that this all is happening while Urza's fighting Elaine, and then Wendy comes into the situation, we can put into prospect that Natsu getting over his death, figuring out what's going to end up happening with him, and either saving himself or something like that, and Lucy coming free could cause a big difference. Lucy ended up going to find Urza, get things situated there, and using her celestial powers to free Wendy of Elaine's influence. This could be an effect that, this could be something that can come into effect. This could be something that could easily be thought of, but at the same point in time, it's probably something that's not going to happen. My best bet is probably that Urza's going to beat Wendy, knocking her out, and then pretty much imprisoning her until things can get decided on what's going to end up happening. That's the best way to go about that with Urza, and probably the thing that's probably going to happen. But if they do continue on with the Natsu storyline in 517, we could be seeing a type of situation where it's showing a different part of the time before the fight with Elaine even started, and things were getting flipped around because obviously Murkoff dies, and somehow Urza makes it all the way to the other side of the battlefield where Natsu and Gray are and stops them. So there was a time difference when it came down to it, and Urza chose up to stop the fighting between her own guildmates. So enough about Wendy and Urza. I've already put my prediction out there, what's going to happen there. We gotta hit Natsu. Natsu's death is imminent. There's no real way around it unless Natsu can, Hardhead can figure out how to fix it. That's the only way I can think about fixing it. Natsu has to be able to do it himself. It's him who, it's his body, it's his ability, it's his stuff. And I've already killed off Lucy's friend who could minimize the effects that are happening with the demons. Unless they bring her back in some way, shape, or form, Natsu will stay on death's road no matter what. There's no way to stop it from happening. Right. Remember back, I think that she tried. It doesn't matter. But it's all up to Natsu to fix it. It's all up to Natsu to get it situated. He finds out that it's the demon seed that's killing him. The dragon seed stopped growing because of his dragon father, Ignil, and Ignil is the only, since Ignil successfully stopped him from turning into a dragon, the demon part is the only thing that needs to be worried about. So if the dragon seed can turn Natsu into a dragon, but didn't because of what happened, because of suppressive action from Ignil, then the demon seed is probably turning him into a demon, and that's probably what's ending up happening. Instead of a nice freeform, like a nice slow process to turn into a dragon, like Elaine, it's possible that the demon seed will kill you to make you a dragon again. Natsu being alive just through magic of Zeref in the first place. Because if Zeref died, Natsu dies because of Zeref's magic. Demon seed could be the reason that he stays alive. If he finds a way to fuse the two seeds while in his past memories, he will be able to survive. Or if he accepts his fate as a demon and becomes a demon, he will be able to turn things around and still be alive. Which comes to thought that what will happen if Zeref dies anyways due to do they stay there? Same with the Dragon Seeds, Elaine's the one that has complete control of the Dragon Seeds. If she passes, does that mean that the Dragon Seeds disappear as well? It's they are magical. They are made by magic, which means that it's possible that those things could disappear. But over time, after the death of the caster, but these items are possibly going to be a permanent thing in these people's body, no matter what, making it impossible for them to disappear until they die in that situation. It's all a big if the magic their magical abilities will start to disappear just because of the certain deaths. I mean, the dragons did die that had the dragons that can control the Dragon Seeds, which kind of puts into thought what if it's Elaine who has control of the Dragon Seeds and made them at that point, or what's going on there, because it does explain that Elaine's Dragon Seed was gifted to her from the King of Dragons, and that is more than likely the reason why the Dragon Seeds still are there, because Elaine's still alive. But at the point in time, it's possible that they will just stay. I don't even know why I'm discussing that. Just what's there. Then we get Gray, who is the Demon Slayer in the first place, who might be going after Xerath himself anyway. So we could just see Gray taking out Xerath, and no matter which way we look at it, Natsu's dead and disappears, or it could just save Natsu's life instead, since Ignil has been in Natsu for a long time. Ignil could have easily given Natsu enough life energy to survive after the Demon Seed and Xerath are dead. It's a high possibility there as well. So I guess we'll find out throughout the chapters at hand. This was kind of my rants, prediction theory type situation, and I'm sorry if it's kind of a little long, or if you guys, like I said, gone around the circles a few times. It's just I'm trying to make sure I cover all the bases in my head, and as I was talking about it, I was having more thoughts of what could be happening and stuff like that, and it did happen. So, there is one last thing I do want to say. Lucy is the main character of the FairyTail arcs. She is the person that's telling the story of FairyTail and things like that. So, characters dying is not going to really affect the storytelling of FairyTail in the first place. So, if we go about this in the proper aspect, Lucy has already explained the background stories of 90% of the FairyTail people. When it came down to it, the Guildmaster's past, we've had the past of Natsu, Shirop, and the rest of his past now. The whole Grey Arc past. We've gotten Elfman's family's past. Just a whole bunch of things that just fit together, along with Urza's past. So things are kind of getting tied off right now. Is this arc going to be the end, or just the beginning of something new? Instead of talking about the past of FairyTail, it starts talking about the future of FairyTail and what's going to happen next. And that's a high possibility. Instead of it just ending on the past notes, it's possible that it could continue on with the search for Lucy's key for Aquarius again, or it could just give us like a little thing where Lucy finds a key or something. That's all depending on what ends up happening there. So it's highly possible that we can get a continuum after this arc, but it seems like FairyTail has hit that point of dying down and hitting towards its inevitable end. I could do a bit of research on FairyTail, see what's happening with it, see if they have any more arcs planned out after this. But as you guys know, I haven't played that much research. I just know what I've been reading and what's been going on. So until the next time, you guys, I hope you guys have a great day and a fun. Hey guys, thank you for watching. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you press the like button below. If you have any comments, the same thing goes for there. Leave your comment below. If you guys have not subscribed yet, make sure you guys press the subscribe button right over here. And my latest videos are right over here if you want to continue on my reviews. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great day and fun.